What is up, YouTube? This is B the Installer. I'm happy to be here to do another Samsung frame video, but this one is a 2020 model and we have the customizable frame. So I'm going to go ahead and unbox, install this TV, and then at the end of it, I'm going to show you the new customizable white frame. Let's get to it. First things first, we're going to unbox this TV, but I'm going to wait to unbox this frame at the end here so you can see how cool it is. So as we install this new 2020 frame, I'm going to try to point out the differences from the old versions. So let's get to unboxing the Nogap wall mount and see if it's different. So I got that 2020 Nogap mount unboxed. It looks the same to me. I did notice that on the TV it goes higher, so let's check that out now as we install it on the TV. So like we do with these, I'm going to put the bracket on as it would go on the wall. And then you can just measure it and figure out where this would have to be relevant to where the TV is. Really, you just have to look and see that it's 1 inch down. I mean, that's it. So 22-inch tall TV, and you just mark the top 1 inch down, and that's where this top of this bracket goes. So we got a white wall here, kind of tough to understand what's going on, but I'll give you the measurements of what we want to do. We have a dresser that's 36 inches down here. We're going to have the TV up about 10 inches. It's going to be in this area here where it looks like art and a TV on the wall when you're coming in the room. Nice good height and obviously centered in this room. So I'm going to measure this up and start marking the wall and get to it. Stud finding time. So we found center, got the top of the mount. I'm going to put that up. There's a stud in the middle, and then we're going to have to use toggle bolts in the left and right. I had heard that toggle bolts come with this new TV, but I don't see any, so that must have been a myth. So we're going to go ahead and mark up where we're going to put these toggle bolts and then the Samsung bolts, and then we're going to install those. As you can see, this is a little bit to the right, but I really want to get this completely centered in the room. So this stud is off. I'm going to have to angle those bolts a little bit, but there's room for that. You can also use drywall screws, which have a little bit smaller head than the Samsung bolts. But either way, I want to hit that stud. Realistically, you could just use toggle bolts for all 4 of these. It would have to pull the entire wall down to take the TV off. So it's very safe to just use toggle bolts, but we'll try to hit the stud anyways. As I've said in other frame videos, there's no question that those 2 toggle bolts could easily hold the weight of this TV. No question at all. I dare you to doubt me. But we're gonna just hit this stud anyways. But if you had to hit 3 or 4 toggle bolts, you'd be totally fine with that. It could hold 300 pounds. I could do a pull-up off this. And now we'll drive in the Samsung bolts. Now comes the One Connect cord. Now again, the One Connect cord is not in-wall rated, so you can get an in-wall rated cord if needed. We're gonna put this cord down the wall anyways because that's what the customer wants to do. And when we do that, I cut a hole somewhere inside the perimeter of the TV, typically about where that One Connect cord goes into the back of the TV, and then run it down. This wall, as you saw before, had insulation pop out of that hole, so I know it's got insulation. Hopefully there's no fire block. If there's a fire block going across horizontal, that's a horizontal stud, you may have to make other arrangements. We're gonna find out what's going on the wall. We're gonna open a hole here, and then we're gonna open a hole at the bottom, and then we're gonna run that One Connect, and then we'll get to that cool customizable frame. So for us, it has to go 8 inches to the left of center. And then basically of the 22 inches, we want to go 6 inches up. So we'll put that at 21. 22 is the top of the TV and around 6 inches. So we'd like to have our hole right there. We got the tape measure all the way down. There's no fire block in the way. Actually forgot my fish tape today, so I'm just going to use this to pull up the One Connect cord. All right, so now is the first time that we really needed to get into this bag of goodies. We got the One Connect cord here. We got the remote, power cord. There are some spacers. Those spacers are for the VESA pattern if you're gonna use that, so we're not really worried about that. So I'm gonna take out this One Connect cord and I'm gonna actually send the larger end up the wall because that's what connects to the TV. But I have this, and again, I don't have my fish tape, so I'm gonna show you guys how you can do it with the tape measure. So we'll go ahead, pop this out, and we'll pull it up the wall. Now you can or you don't have to put a cover plate or a box on this. In all honesty, it's going to be completely behind the TV, so it's irrelevant. We're going to go ahead and just leave it like this. I got one down there at the bottom. I am going to put a blank cover plate over it, cut a hole. I'm going to cut a 1 1/4 inch hole out of that, and then I'm going to put that over for a clean look at the bottom. So let me finish that up, and then we'll hang the TV. So I highly recommend to have 2 people to hang this, but I'm going to show you how we connect the One Connect cord and then hang that TV. Angle this out so you can get an easy connection to the bracket. So now I'm going to go ahead, set it up, get it all ready to go, and show you the difference between how it looks with just the black frame and then when we add the cool white customizable frame. So to get the TV finished up, we have to finally open this one connect box and pull it out. And what's gonna be cool is we're actually gonna stick it under this dresser because it actually works by Bluetooth. So if you're gonna be connecting just the smart TV and just be using streaming or whatever through the smart TV, or even connecting some of the other devices that are Bluetooth, like an Apple TV or an Amazon stick or whatever, you can just hide this wherever you want because it doesn't need to be in line of sight. So we'll pull that out to show you. And it does have the 4 HDMIs. The HDMI 3 is the one for your soundbar or stereo system to connect to, which sends the audio backwards. And it has optical, it has the ability to connect to an Ethernet cable line if you still have one of those, USB, etc. So we're gonna connect it to this one connect, which also powers it, and then we're gonna turn it on. Alright, so for us to get this TV on, we're going to grab this remote, pop the batteries in, and fire it up. Alright, now to the exciting part. We're going to unbox this white frame and we're going to install it right now. So we have all 4 pieces of the white frame. It does give you a little bit of guidance on the bottom one here. It does tell you to put the bottom one on first, snap all the other 4 in. Once you have the frame up, it does have these little plastic pieces you can push in and kinds of holds it on, but it does magnetize with these pieces and it's fairly easy to install. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it on real quick. As you can see with the white customizable frame, it just looks really cool. I think it adds a lot to the quality of this TV. And I would recommend it for those who think that the black frame just doesn't look that great. The beige one also looks really nice as well. Alright, so I hope you liked this video. Make sure to leave a comment or ask any questions below. Smash that like button and subscribe to get more videos like this. I'm just gonna chill and watch this giraffe run. It's fantastic. I'll catch you on the next one.